Hey guys, have you needed to change the email notification for SOLIDWORKS PDM, possibly changing the subject or adding a little bit of content to the message body? This Q-tip's for you. We do have some options here, but we do also have some limitations. These constraints that we operate under are based on the SOLIDWORKS PDM email notification system. There's a two-part system to it. There's tables that are involved, but there's also a file. It's a CSV file that has all the PDM notification templates in it. The CSV notification file can be found in your installation folder. This file looks like a lot of HTML. It is. Let's first take a look at the message notification system inside the database server. We're going to look specifically at the notification message template database table. It has 28 rows in it. And of these rows, you'll see that the action type is broken down by a certain number of integers. Let's quickly jump over to here, and then we look through this file. At the top, we see the one is document Kinecio file name has been added. Let's see how that corresponds here. One document Kinecio file name has been added. And then after that, you have a semicolon. This CSV is not truly a comma-separated values file. It's separated by the semicolons. That's how the database parses this whenever this gets updated. Now, the process is simple. Actually, it's not quite simple, but if you break it down into two steps, it's simple. You update this CSV file with whatever changes you're going to make, and then you update the database with this file, and it pushes all of the new changes into your database table. Always make sure to back up your notification MSG template CSV file and back up the database before you make any changes like this. If we look at the subject here, you can see that each one of these have a different type of a subject that it's covering. Files have been added, checked in, checked out, state change row. This is a special one. We're going to take note of that in just a minute. Documents have changed state. That's the one we want. We want to modify section 14 because that's where the message body and the subject is going to be that we want to modify. There are no semicolons in here, which means you can't use a CSS or cascading style sheet. Over here, if we look at section 14, we see the action type is going to be 14, then this is going to be the subject, and then this will be everything else that's in the next column. So section action type 14, SOLIDWORKS PDM documents have changed state. That follows right along with this. This is your subject line of your email. The HTML is going to be the body. If we slide over here and look at the body, we have a lot of data inside there. I'm not going to make edits to this table directly. What I'm going to do is use SOLIDWORKS Solution ID 18024. This solution ID is not designed so that you can change your email notification system. It's really designed so that you can change the buttons in your email notification to Kinecio links that work just the same. But this solution ID is provided not only to update the template for the email notifications, but it also provides lots of instructions on how to do this. Okay, let's look at the PDF that's provided with this solution ID. This is where it talks about the notification types or the action types and then the notification. Also, copy the notification template, the CSV file of your language to your desktop and modify it there. Don't modify the source one that's found in your PDM installation folder. This specific action was designed to change state on multiple documents, which is a collection of files. So you can't use any specific file name in this subject line. So the best thing you can do is to give a generic subject line, something like SOLIDWORKS PDM documents have changed state. So let's go ahead and change this. I'm just going to take off the SOLIDWORKS PDM. Documents have changed state today. I'm going to add a hello world statement. Kinecio file rows, it's interesting. This is actually action type 4. The email system will input the Kinecio comment. That's going to be the transition comment. If there's a notification comment, such as the comment below, it will place it here, which is the Kinecio not or notification comment. That's actually not short for not, it's short for notification comment. So here's a quick hint. If you drop in some HTML over here at htmlfiddle.net, you can take a look at what the notification is going to look like, which is actually pretty helpful. You can see that I've got my hello world in there, and then you can do a little bit of modification here that would help. So if I want to add additional line breaks, populate in here in real time. HTMLfiddle.net is a tool that we commonly use whenever we're testing out things like this. I want to change it to the name of my company. That's how you would change it. And this is what the notification would then look like. Let's go take a look at what that looks like. Let's copy this out, minimize this down. Let's go take a look back over here. We will put that in there just like we had it, but we've added just a little bit extra. Using the solution ID 18024, this is the query that you use to update the notification message template table. This is where this file is being stored. It's actually in the C drive temp folder, and that's this file right here. And we're going to go ahead and execute query. 28 rows affected was for this first line, delete from, and then the second 28 rows affected was the bulk insert with this file. Now we refresh this table and we look at row 14. PDM documents have changed state today. That is now the subject line that we have here. PDM documents have changed state today. Okay, in PDM we have some drawings that are sitting in the CAD WIP state. We are using the conditional notifications for this workflow. And for this data card, we're using the assign to send the email notifications. So the assign to, we're going to change this to Darren, which happens to be me, even though my name is Tim. That's confusing. We're going to change this on each of these. And this is nothing more than a version-free variable. So you're seeing me change it on the data card and then clicking save. It's a fantastic way to handle work assignment in your Vault. Let's go check our workflow. Then we're going to send a notification where we're using a conditional notification. And the checker assigned to is going to be the recipient. That checker assigned to is a variable that's on the data card. The checker assigned to is this assigned to field that we were talking about earlier. Let's go over to PDM, and we've set these each to be Darren, which actually will send an email to my inbox right here, that the checking has been sent to me. We're going to say submit for check. And then in the notification comment, we're going to say, Darren, please review and do the drawing markup. We've got a lot of documents already selected in here. And so these are going to go through their workflow state change. Let's click OK. All right, we use G Suite for our email. It looks as though we have a new email notification. So let's click on this. Our PDM documents have changed state today is the subject line. My company PDM notification has now been updated here. Hello world. Hey, that part worked. And then as you see, here's the Kinesio rows. Each of these rows have data in them. That's how you modify the subject line and the message body for your PDM notifications in SOLIDWORKS PDM Pro. Hopefully today's Q-tip's been helpful for you. Believe in the Q.